Good morning, everyone. Hi, this is Sandy Welch, and it's Better and Better Moment. And today we're going to talk about how to be happy. We all want to be happy, but how do you be happy? How do you shift from where you are to a place that's happy? And that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about taking personal responsibility. We're going to talk about how to write a purpose statement so that you can live on purpose. That's going to be at the very end, so stay till the end. And then we're also going to talk about complaining and being an inverse paranoid. Does that crack you up? So listen, hang on, and let's listen. So, and this is recorded on Happy Mother's Day 2018, so Happy Mother's Day to everybody. And if you're watching this on my YouTube channel, make sure that you click the subscribe button and ring the little bell so you can get my notifications. And if you're not watching it, if you're watching it on Facebook instead of YouTube, then please click the link and go there, and you can catch all of my YouTube inspirational videos. So good morning, here we go. Number one, the way to be happy. The first thing you have to do to be happy is just you make a decision that I am no longer a victim. I'm no longer a victim in any area of my life. I am not a victim. I am a victor. I am not a victim. So the first way to be happy is you decide, I'm going to take 100% responsibility for everything in my life. I'm not going to blame my mom for anything. I'm not going to blame her. I'm not going to complain about what she did. I'm not going to complain about my husband. I'm not going to complain about my kids. I'm not going to complain about my boss. I'm going to take 100% responsibility for everything that's happened to me. That's the first step to getting happy. And really, it's the only way that you can get happy is to take 100% personal responsibility. That means that no matter what has happened to you or what is happening to you right now, or even what is going to happen to you in the future, and let me say, my daughter's watching. I love you, Mary Elizabeth, and happy Mother's Day to you. But today we are talking about how to be happy. You have to take 100% personal responsibility for everything that has happened to you, because the person was doing the best they could. You have to forgive them, release them, and let it go. But you have to say that no matter what's happened to me, it is not going to be a negative outcome just because the event was negative. Let's say the economy gets bad. Does that mean your business is going to plummet? You're going to fail? You're going to be broke? Nothing good's going to happen to you? No. The economy gets bad, so guess what? You figure out a way to be successful with a bad economy. Because if an event happens, if it is predetermined that it's going to be bad, then it would happen to everyone. Isn't it amazing that something bad can happen, but some people are happy and they weather the storm and they come out smelling like a rose? Y'all see my roses for Mother Day over here? And then the next person, they just whine, complain, blame, and feel a victim, and everything turns out terrible. That's amazing, isn't it? So between your event that is happening and between the outcome that is happening is your response to that event. And for instance, let's say you live on the street I live on, and our big highway close to my street is full of orange cones with bad traffic. And so you just say, you whine and you whine every day about the traffic on there. Oh, it's so terrible. Man, people are going to wreck. And it is not constant complaining. Well, if you want to be happy, you have to decide that the cones and the traffic are not going to make you unhappy, that you're going to be happy in spite of it. So you have a different response to the event than the person who's whining and complaining. To be happy, you have to take personal responsibility. So what do? You give yourself extra time before you leave your house. You put on good music when you leave your house. You shift every time the thought comes up as I hate this traffic. You think, I am so thankful I have a car. I am so thankful that I have a great life. I am so thankful for this. I am grateful for this beautiful sky. I'm thankful for the good weather. I'm thankful that this is a fun day today. You become a person who does not complain. If you take personal responsibilities for everything that happens in your life, the only person you can complain to is yourself about yourself. And guess what? You can totally control yourself and your response to what happens. And so that is what happens. You say, to be happy, number one, I have to absolutely hashtag no complaining. I take personal responsibility for everything I do, how I respond to everything. Now, you can't take responsibility for the fact that something happened, but you can take responsibility for how you respond to what has happened. And that changes the outcome completely. The person who was in traffic and they did not start off early, they saw everything that was going on. I mean, my road is like ridiculous. It's been ridiculous for about a year, and it's going to be ridiculous for another year. So I can hate it every day, or I can just smile and be happy and thankful that in about another year, I'm going to have an awesome road in front of me. And that's what you have to do. You have to say, to be happy, number one, I have to take personal responsibility for how I respond to everything in my life. And hashtag no complaining. And I challenge you, even take today and listen and say, I am not complaining today. I am doing everything today that's positive. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is your purpose. Now, stay till the end, because I'm going to teach you how to write a purpose statement. When you can write a purpose statement, and I'll teach you how to do that at the end, you will become a person who is so happy, because every day you choose to live according to your purpose. Even if the events of life don't work out really well, today's kind of screwball, whatever it might be, but today you can take the screwball day today and you can still live according to your purpose today in a joyful, happy, wonderful way. And I'll tell you how to write that at the end, so just hang on. And the third thing you do to be happy, you can be happy. You do not have to be sad. Now listen, life happens. We know that, don't we? Raise your hand. Life happens. Life happens, and that is just what happens. So, sorry. Life happens. You can't be mad at life because it happens. Life is going to happen, but you get to choose how you respond to it. If you are in a terrible place of grief, then allow yourself to be human and grieve. If you have gone through loss, allow yourself to be human and suffer loss. Allow yourself to be human. But in your humanity, you can find happiness, because you can choose, first of all, to have no complaining. You can choose to be real. You can choose to experience your grief. You can choose, though, to respond today, immediately, this moment, in a different way. So 100% responsibility, no complaining. The second thing is to write a purpose statement and live according to it. So hang on, we're going to write that purpose statement. And then number 3 is you're going to learn to be an inverse paranoid. Now, what is that? I'll tell you. I didn't make this term up. Oh, and I see Laura Welch. She's my daughter-in-law, and I love you, Laura. And happy Mother's Day to you, my sweet friend. And Laura's a person in my life who has dealt with some sorrow with a miscarriage and losing a baby. But you know what? She's still a mother today. But it's a sad day, and that's what I'm talking about. It's a day of grief and loss. But you know what? Be human in that. It is okay. It is okay to be human. Be human, but know that happiness is here for me. Even in loss and even in tragedy, it can be a great day. I'm a grandmother who lost that grandchild the day Laura lost her baby. And my son Seth lost his baby, but guess what? She's a great mother. I know God has a future for her. And that is what I want to tell you about number 3, to be an inverse paranoid. Jack Canfield has one of my favorite books called The Success Principles. And in that book, he has this chapter called Be an Inverse Paranoid. Well, what is that? That is when you say, I am shifting from complaining into believing that what's going on in this world, I believe everybody's against me. Have you ever said that? Lord, the world is against me. No, 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 no. Today, the world is not against you. God is for you. God is on your side. And guess what? There are lots of people who are on your side today, pulling for you, cheering for you, that are on your side, proclaiming goodness, that are there to support you and to help you. God is for you today. And so you just have to wake up, and instead of thinking that the world is against you, you have to have a brand new thought process that the world is for me. Everything that's happening today is working for me. When you think the traffic is bad, instead of the traffic being bad, you think, well, today I'm going to catch every red light. Today, the world is going to be positive. When you might say, well, Sandy, you know that's kind of like lying. No, it isn't. It's called faith. It's not called lying. Because guess what? When you complain and you believe that the world is against you and you're going to catch every red light red instead of green, and people are going to be mean to you at work today and bad things are going to happen, that's lying. Because guess what? It hasn't happened yet either, but you're believing that it's going to happen. So you have a negative expectation. You have a negative faith. My faith is positive. My faith is believing that great things are going to happen today. That today is a great day. That the world is for me. That God is working everything for my good. Today is amazing. Show me some likes, people, because you need to have this new shift of I am going to have a great day today. My day is going to be amazing. That's what you're doing. So we're talking about how to be happy. We talked about taking 100% responsibility, personal responsibility. We talked about no complaining. We talked about writing a purpose statement and living by it, and that's what I'm getting ready to do. And we talked about being an inverse paranoid, that God and the world are working for you today, for you to have great success. So I want to talk to you about how to write a purpose statement. What I have found in my life is this. Sometimes my goals have not shown up the way I wanted them to. Sometimes life has taken twists and turns and it did not work out the way I wanted it to work out. Some days just get wacky and you think, well, the day's gone. Well, it's only 10 o'clock. You got a lot more day left. So what do you do to make sure that every day you live in a happy place, in a joyful place, a place of great and powerful accomplishment and joy and happiness? You need to write a purpose statement that really will tell you how to live in that place of purpose. So this is going to take us about 2 minutes. You're going to come back later and watch this again though, because you may not get your purpose statement written correctly the first time. This is going to be trial and error, but you're going to keep coming back and you're going to write your purpose statement and you're going to rewrite your purpose statement until it really is you. And you know that this is why God has created me in this world. So the first thing you're going to write for your purpose statement is you're going to say, I want to find my 2 best qualities. What are the 2 best qualities? If you went around and you asked 20 people who really know you, what are my 2 best character qualities? They would tell you. It would be honesty, it would be authenticity, it would be enthusiasm, it would be joy, it would be a strong work ethic, it would be compassion, it would be all kinds of different character qualities. And if you can't come up with what your best ones are, then you're not living in your strengths. You really are not admitting how awesome you are. Let me tell you, you are awesome. You are great today, and you just need to own it. You need to quit hiding behind being weak and imperfect. We are all imperfect. I am not talking about being perfect. I am talking about I'm not perfect, but I am great. And what are the 2 greatest things that I can use to write my purpose statement with? So I will tell you my 2. My 2 are my authenticity. I am very real. I do not blow smoke. I will tell you the truth. I will try to be kind and loving in it. But I am authentic. I am real. And I know that's a part of my strength. Another part of my strength is my enthusiasm. I just get excited about everything. I love life and I love to be excited and I love to just make people be excited and I love to share my joy with people. So in my purpose statement, which is how you be happy, we're writing a purpose statement, is to be authentic and my enthusiasm. So this is what you're going to write. My purpose is to use my blank and blank. And you have to fill in the 2 blanks there to know what are your character qualities. What are you going to use that's going to make you live your life on purpose? You have to know what your 2 great qualities are that God gave you and that you've developed and that you are strong in, because that's what you're going to be using to live your purpose out. So I use my blank and blank. So what are those 2 things? And if you don't get it right, don't worry about it. Just come back and watch this and figure out what 2 different ones are until you find the 2 that really are you. Then I use my blank and blank to do what? Mine says to inspire and educate others, especially women. So my purpose is to use my authenticity and enthusiasm to inspire and educate others, especially women. What are the two main big things that you want to do? These are going to be verbs. These are action words. What are you going to do? Encourage people, meet needs, show love, be generous, give. What are your two big things that you're going to do? My purpose, what are yours? To use my blank and blank. For me, it's to use my authenticity and enthusiasm to inspire and educate others, especially women. So what is your blanks? My purpose is to use my blank and blank to blank. What is the big picture? And then you're going to come down to three things that you're going to use that for. So the first part, my purpose is to use my authenticity and enthusiasm to inspire and educate others, especially women, to do what? When I inspire and educate them, what do I want to see happen? What do I want to see happen in my world? My first thing that I wrote down is I want to inspire and educate others, especially women, to do this, to have biblically successful families. I want people to have families that are joyful, happy, working together, being on the same team, having communication, having conversation, having forgiveness, getting up and trying again, accepting each other as we are. That's, to me, what having a biblically successful family looks like. And so that's one of the things I want to use my authenticity and enthusiasm to inspire and educate others, especially women, to have. Okay? The second thing I want them to do is to be something. I want to educate and inspire women. I want to use my authenticity and enthusiasm to educate and inspire women to have biblically successful families, but secondly, to be a positive force in their culture. I want you to have a biblically successful family, first of all. But secondly, I want my life to be used in such a way that I encourage and inspire you to be a positive force in your culture. Do you feel like you are a positive force in your culture? That is part of my purpose statement. And today we're writing our purpose statement out. Please go back to the beginning and listen. But this last section is on how to write your purpose statement so you can be happy. I want you to be a positive force in this culture. I don't want you to be a sit down and not do anything kind of woman. I want you to say, I'm making things happen today. I am a force to be reckoned with. I am out and about, and I am creating positive change in my world. I am making positive things happen. If I can inspire and educate you today, I will be on purpose. Again, we're writing our purpose statement. Please listen all the way at the beginning. I want you to be a positive force in your culture. The third thing, okay? First of all, we're writing our purpose statement. I want to use my blank and blank. What are your two greatest gifts? For me, my authenticity and enthusiasm. How do you want to use it? What do you want to accomplish? To inspire and educate others. What do you want to do? Mine is to blank and blank. To inspire and educate others, especially women, to do what? One, the way I do that is I want to have this as a goal. If I can live today and inspire somebody to have a biblically successful family, that's my first thing. I've met my goal, whether the rest of my day looks awful. I can be happy today because I have met my goal. I have accomplished my purpose to help somebody have a biblically successful family. The second thing I want to do is to inspire and educate you to be a positive force in your culture. If I have inspired anybody today to be a positive force in your culture, I've met my goal today. I've accomplished my purpose today, and I can be happy. I can go to bed happy today. And number three is I want to use my authenticity. My purpose is to use my authenticity and enthusiasm to inspire and educate others, especially women, to have biblically successful families, to be a positive force in their culture, and number three, to create a strong, positive lifestyle for themselves and their family. Today, I want to inspire you to have a strong, positive lifestyle for yourself. I want you to be powerful so you can go make money. I want you to be powerful so that you can have a positive lifestyle, that when your kids come home, they are so glad to be home. When your family comes home, they are so glad to show up at your house. When you have people visit you, that they say, I love being in the space of this woman. Create a strong, positive lifestyle for the people that you love. Go out and find something that you can do to make money with that will be positive and powerful and will create a positive lifestyle. If it just means looking around your house, getting rid of clutter and saying, I want my home to be peaceful, create a positive lifestyle. If it means you have enough money that you can take people out for dinner, for lunch, buy them coffee, and spend time with them, because part of your giftedness is in spending time with others, then create a strong, positive lifestyle. It is a part of your purpose. Are you living on purpose? If you are going to be happy today, and that's what it's all about. I want you to, if you're on my YouTube channel, please click subscribe. Hit the little bell notification button so that you can know every time I put out a new video. I take this video and I always record it on Sunday, and I put it out on Sunday night or Monday morning, and then I'll do one more video during the week. But subscribe to my channel. I would love it. And I want you to go today, write your purpose statement. And I want you to live a life on purpose, and I want you to be happy. All right? # no complaining. Let's go and have a great day. Happy Mother's Day.